Hello everyone, and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So we have the Lamentis skill trailer out. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go.
You have angered me!
Wild, untamable, and utterly unpredictable. I can't say I have a good impression of this freewheeling Hypergean. Lamentis despises order. More than that, he loathes being told what to do. He moves on impulse.
Okay, we have the specialization, Supreme Arena and Dream Realm. Okay, so there's going to be a Dream Realm angle with Lamentis. He has synergy with other summoners, Aurora and Floribel, which is probably meaning, yes, he has summoning in his kit. He has true damage as well. Okay, now, we haven't seen HP loss damage yet in his, basically, breakdown, which means hopefully he will only be a pre-endless Dream Realm hero, if anything, because, yeah, so even though he has a Dream Realm tag, I'm not getting carried away. I don't know how meta he will be for that mode, and they did put Supreme Arena first, so it's looking more like the PvP angle, but let's go ahead and get into his skills now.
And sometimes even his smallest whims leave a trail of chaos in their wake. My fighting style is clever and elegant. Lamentis, on the other hand, is all violence and madness. When casting Astral Fission, Lamentis sacrifices some of his own max health to create two apostles from nebulae and particles. These apostles inherit some of his attack and health. They can use normal attacks and Starcrusher, and they prioritize attacking Lamentis' current locked-on target. If an apostle survives until its duration ends, it merges back into Lamentis, healing him. And those one-eyed apostles...
Okay guys, so his skill, they're leading it off right with the skill of his, not actually his ultimate. And this is going to be his summoning of apostles. He summons two apostles, they're going to get a portion of his stats, and the damage that they deal is going to be converted into healing from Lamentis after they fuse back into him, assuming they survive basically the whole period until they fade away. Now how do I feel about this? I mean, that is, I guess, kind of interesting, but I'm not seeing any unique utility, and, you know, we do already have summoners like Floribel, like, Aurora, and is he necessarily anything different from them? So we're gonna have to move on from this. We're gonna go and move into his, ultimate, if we can get there.
And those one-eyed apostles seem to inherit his temperament as well. Wherever they go, they leave a mess behind. When Lamentis casts his ultimate, Malevolent Gaze, each of his apostles selects an enemy and stuns them, leaving them unable to move or act for a short while.
Okay, so when he casts ultimate, his apostles are going to lock on to an enemy target and stun them. So there's a bit of utility. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is that in the previous skill description, they said that the summons, the apostles, are also going to be able to cast a specific skill of Lamentis, Starcrusher, as you guys see here. So not only just normal attacks like other summons, they're also going to have one portion of his skill, which is Starcrusher, which we don't know what that means yet. And this is going to prioritize frontmost enemies for the stun. Yeah, I mean, interesting.
Malevolent Gaze. Each of his apostles selects an enemy and stuns them, leaving them unable to move or act for a short while. After that, Lamentis deals damage to all enemies. At the same time, the apostles reduce the max health of enemies under their control effects by an amount equal to Lamentis' initial max health.
Okay, so there's some HP reduction onto enemies, but this, you have to keep in mind, this is not HP loss damage. This is just HP reduction for like PvP or AFK stages, and it does seem to be a very minor amount, at least from this preview. And if we move on, there's another portion.
Max health. When he's done casting his ultimate, Lamentis and his apostles have their attack speed increased for a while.
Okay, I mean, so there's also going to be a bit of an attack speed boost for Lamentis and his summons after casting ultimate, but there's only going to be for a few seconds, so it doesn't seem to be too game-changing. Let's move on to the next skill.
Every 3 normal attacks, Lamentis casts his skill, the devastating Starcrusher, and throws an enchanted fork. dealing damage to the enemy, plus extra damage.
Okay, so as you guys see here, the damage from his Starcrusher on every third normal attack is going to be dealing extra damage, which is going to be based on the target's maximum health. Again, this is not HP loss damage, but it's going to be a multiplier based on the health, maximum health of the enemy. So obviously it's hitting harder. As you guys see here, it's 2 hits of basically 2.2 million, and his other normal attacks are just hitting around 1 million.
Extra damage based on the target's max health.
Okay, his normal attack, is it a multi-hit? It's like 1.4.
Once his exclusive skill
9, yeah, around 1 million. Okay, so there's a bit of bonus damage on the third hit, of course. And also, this is the skill Starcrusher that his apostles are going to be casting apart from just their normal attacks. So they're also going to be bringing that bonus damage every third normal attack. Definitely, they scale heavily off of attack speed. So I'm seeing Laika as a great ally for Lamentis, or who has an attack speed buff, or even the twins who give the haste buff, because haste buff are also going to increase your normal attack casting frequency. So let's move on to his exclusive skill now.
Exclusive skill, Omnisight, is unlocked. Lamentis begins to unleash the true power of his 6 eyes. Every time an apostle performs a normal attack, it grows stronger and gains basic stats. When an apostle's power merges back into Lamentis, he inherits the stats the apostle gained through that growth.
Yeah, this is everything. Everything is his exclusive skill. This is the crazy part. His summons, each normal attack they do is going to give them a growth stack, increasing their stats. And then if they survive that whole duration until they fade away, they're going to be reabsorbed by Lamentis, not only giving him health proportionate to the damage they dealt, but also going to increase his stats depending on the number of growth stacks those summons have gotten. So now he's actually going to be appearing more like a hero like Harok who can ramp up his stats massively, but rather than needing to devour enemies or heroes, he is going to be just needing his apostles to do a certain number of normal attacks. So if you can keep, this Lamentis alive for long enough, he's going to fully stack up, massively increasing his stats. And that is the Dream Realm angle, right? Because not only then his apostles are going to be hitting hard, he himself is going to be hitting hard with all of these growth stacks he's going to be getting, depending on how much he can stack up. Let's keep listening.
The total basic stats Lamentis can gain this way are limited. After Omnisight is upgraded, Lamentis opens his 6 eyes upon reaching the maximum stat gain from this skill. From then on, he will periodically create apostles in battle at no cost, until the apostle limit is reached. While Lamentis' 6 eyes are active, his apostles no longer expire, and Starcrusher deals true damage.
Yeah, now it's getting crazy. Like, the Starcrusher, which both him and his apostles are going to be dealing damage, is going to be true damage. That is crazy, because after he has a 6 eyes active. Yeah, I mean, for Dream Realm, unfortunately, it's actually looking like he's going to be pretty dominant. Like, Aurora plus this guy, Lamentis, just as a bare minimum for pre-endless Dream Realm, I could see it in multiple bosses now, because yeah, he's going to be able to freely fully stack up in Dream Realm. There's not really any kill threat usually for most bosses, and he's just going to pile on the damage by having all of him and all of his apostles. How many apostles can he summon? He's already summoned 5. And they're all going to be dealing true damage with the Starcrusher, which is every third normal attack hit them with a true damage. Yeah, this is going to be crazy. Lamentis also recovers health and energy equal to a portion of the actual damage dealt and energy restored by his apostles. So now we just need to talk about this a bit. If you can set him up to his to this full potential with his 6 eyes unlocked, he is going to be absolutely insane. For PvP though, before getting to this point, I feel like you need to baby him. You need to protect him long enough to actually be able to get this off. And right now, we don't have enough, basically, protectors to go around in your PvP comps. We have Gunnar, we have Ulna, Alicet, Hepler. I mean, and those Alicet, Hepler are not going to be enough protection for him. This guy's going to need Ulna or Gunnar, maybe even both. in order to survive long enough to actually get the full value from his kit for PvP. So I think PvP is going to be tough, honestly, but Dream Realm is going to be a no-brainer because it's going to be so easy to guarantee that he gets all of his stacks off, and then he's going to have massive stat increases. He's going to have like multiple apostles on the board. They're all going to be doing true damage with their Starcrusher, and they're going to absolutely demolish.
Whether cast by Lamentis or his apostles. At the same time, Lamentis recovers health and energy based on the actual damage dealt and energy restored by his apostles. Lamentis never holds himself back in battle. He's good at throwing the battlefield into chaos and forcing the fight to go his way.
Let's take a
Battles
look.
never and energy restored.
We can look at the beginning of the battle to try and decide, does he have any initial energy? This is what we like to do. So, is this the beginning of the battle here? It does appear this is the beginning of the battle, but Theodore has pretty high energy for some reason. But yeah, we have the twins with their initial starting energy, it seems like, and Lamentis has around 500 pre-fill energy, maybe, or 600. He has definitely some initial energy, it looks like, if this is the starting point of a battle, which it does seem to be.
Lamentis never holds himself back in battle. He's good at throwing the battlefield into chaos and forcing the fight to go his way. His apostles add to that chaos, fighting beside him and growing stronger as the battle goes on. When the apostles return to him, Lamentis absorbs the power they gained and becomes even stronger. Once his absorbed power reaches its limit, Lamentis opens his 6 eyes and gives in completely to his battle instinct. That is the kind of battle Lamentis lives for. No rules, no limits. I really thought Lamentis and I would get along. I even prepared some very entertaining tricks for him, but he's impossible to deal with. More than once, he ruined the whole show I worked so hard to set up. I am done with this guy.
Okay, Lamentis overall, guys, in my opinion, I think he is really going to be good for pre-endless Dream Realm along with Aurora, where he will freely be able to get all of his growth stacks, get to that 6 eyes unlocked, and then summon all of his apostles. Both him and the apostles would be dealing true damage with their Starcrusher on every 3rd normal attack. He's going to have synergy with the twins haste buff in order to allow him to cast more frequently, maybe even Leica attack speed buff as well. I think that for pre-endless Dream Realm, definitely he's going to be quite meta. Now, apart from that, for Endless Dream Realm, I think fortunately, like for people who can't recruit for him, I think fortunately for Endless Dream Realm, he's probably not going to be good enough. Just true damage alone, even if he has crazy stats, is not enough. In Endless Dream Realm, you need to have HP loss damage, or basically you're not going to cut it as a damage dealer. And so it probably is going to be mainly a phase 1 hero for Dream Realm that Lamentis will be. So that is good news if you can't recruit for him. Now for PvP, honestly, I'm finding it very difficult to actually make Lamentis work in PvP. He gets massive value when you fully stack him up, but before that, he's kind of like not where you want him to be in terms of the what he's bringing to the table. And to fully stack him up is going to take a while. Like he's going to have enough normal attacks from his apostles in order to fully stack him. And unless you protect him with like a gunner or ulna, he's just going to die very easily, because there's no mention in the entire skill trailer of any survival that he has of his self. It's only going to be he gets some HP restored to him after this summons the apostles fuse back into him. But that could be, who knows how long it will be before the apostles fuse. It must be on a fixed schedule, and he could easily die before that. So Lamentis, for PvP meta, I think the only way to use him would be with a gunner or with an ulna. That is very problematic, because then what are you gonna, if you're talking about top tier PvP meta, how will you run Sylphira without ulna? You need to run ulna with Sylphira. So ulna is not available for Lamentis. And for gunner, like, I mean, you want to run gunner with Gwyneth, or you want to run gunner with Contest. Are you actually able to run gunner with Lamentis and give it up on your other major hypercarry? Probably not. And then if both gunner and Contest are not available for Lamentis, he's just going to die way too easily before he gets going in PvP. So I actually think this is more of a pre-endless Dream Realm hero, and that's basically it. AFK stages, it's just he's not really bringing utility. He's just bringing damage and true damage, which is probably not enough. So even AFK stages, I probably think unlikely. I just think it's a pre-endless Dream Realm hero, and basically that's a wrap. And but let's see. Of course, you guys let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. What are you thinking about Lamentis? Maybe there's something I missed. Maybe you have some other theories about how he will be useful in different modes. But I'm thinking, and I think overall, basically, I can say right now, for majority of players, it's probably going to be a skip on Lamentis because we do have King Rolan coming. We already saw some of his skills in the story battle. He has haste buff, he has healing, he has attack buff, and you know these are things. And he's a celestial support as well, which probably means he's going to be meta in Dream Realm. And so you need to save for King Rolan. You can't really commit to Lamentis right now, and I don't know if it's even that wise of a move to commit to Lamentis because from what I'm seeing, I'm just seeing pre-endless Dream Realm, and that's basically it. And I don't think that's enough value actually to be all-inning and fully building up a Celestial Hypogean. But of course, I could be wrong. We could get more information because we don't have like his enhanced force, we don't have other parts of his skill kit. But those are my initial thoughts for right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry about that. I think Pioneer server probably will be coming, hopefully soon, and then we can actually do some testing and actually find his full skills. And obviously, of course, until he's officially released, we do not know what he is actually going to be capable of. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.